Callie, and I'm a third-year neurobiology student here at the University of Iowa. I do research in the Buchanan lab, which is in the neurology department, and we study the interplay between sleep and epilepsy. So I study how CO2 causes arousal from sleep. This is a very vital protective mechanism, but we really have no idea how it works. We believe that CO2-induced arousal is related to sudden infant death syndrome, with SIDS, which is the leading cause of death in infants in America, and sudden unexpected death in epilepsy, or SUDEP, which is the leading cause of death in people who are the leading cause of death in people who have drug-resistant epilepsy. So what we think is that for some reason when these people stop breathing, whether there's like a pillow over the face or because of a seizure, that they lose the ability to wake up to CO2. Another disease that this is relevant to is obstructive sleep apnea, which affects 15% of American adults and is caused when breathing is blocked while sleeping, causing an increase of CO2 in the bloodstream, causing arousal from sleep, where the person wakes up and begins breathing again. So it's really important to understand how CO2 causes arousal from sleep, so that way we can try to figure out how it can malfunction. So my research uses mice models in order to address this problem. We do know that serotonin is necessary for this response, but we really don't know where serotonin is acting in the brain. So I use specific drugs to try to target areas in the brain where serotonin might act, so we can hopefully figure out how to how CO2 causes arousal from sleep, so we can hopefully figure out how CO2 causes arousal from sleep, so we can prevent these cases of unexpected death. Research is really important to me for a number of different reasons. One being that we get to make scientific breakthroughs that can have implications in helping people's health care later down the road. Another reason I really enjoy being involved in research is that it helps me think critically, which is what thinking as a scientist is. Helps you understand what in the body of humanity's knowledge we know, and understanding what we don't know, and trying to figure out what are the relevant questions to ask to try to bridge that gap, and how we can best use the techniques that we have available to us to address these questions, or how to develop new techniques if we don't currently have ones that work as well. So when I grow up, I would really like to be a physician. I really think that's a wonderful way to be directly involved with the impacts of human healthcare. I also am very interested in the translational science, which is translation from bench side, which is like scientific research, to bedside, which is patient care. So research funding is exceptionally important because, as I'm sure you can guess, science doesn't happen without funding. Science is exceptionally expensive. We use so many different technologies. Like, for example, one laser that we use is like $4,000 just for one little laser to do one experiment. Another thing with science is that all of the money that we get is either from the government or from private donors. Without that, science essentially stops, and we don't learn anything new about healthcare and can't make any advancements in treating diseases.